My tea people, what's happening? Today I have not anything new, but definitely different. So, um, in the past, I purchased fig leaf in Ecuador, and I got it at the herbal shop that I used to go to. And that was my first introduction to fig leaf. Read a lot of different articles about it. The one thing that I'm really interested in is the fig leaf's ability to fight ulcers. I was told years ago that I had some tiny ulcers. Whether or not those are still there, I don't know. I suspect they are, because I do have pain in my side from time to time. Um, and so anyway, this has been a remedy for a very, very long time. And typically is done by boiling the fig leaves into a strong concoction, I imagine, and then drinking. Fig leaf is also an ingredient in a lot of, I believe it's Greek cooking. I don't really remember now, but I know that there are recipes that call for fig leaf, or I'm sorry, beef wrapped in fig leaf, or some meat wrapped in fig leaf. And I've actually had it before. It was really good. And so fig leaf is definitely something that I want to include in my diet. And I've done fairly well with that since being introduced to it. But this one is different because this fig leaf I got from a friend's house. I was helping her do some gardening, and I noticed that she had a fig tree, and she was doing some pruning, and I told her that, like, fig leaf is like a big deal, and you can actually sell these and make a little bit of money. So I took home basically most of the pruning from the tree, dried it here at the house. It smelled awesome. I put it in the kitchen and just let it air dry, and yeah, it smelled really good. Now I don't know if I've completely gotten rid of all of the active enzymes and whatnot in the leaves, because I didn't do any sun drying. I didn't put it in the oven or anything like that. Like I said, I just literally just let it hang out in the kitchen next to the window. I mean, so far so good. It's been at least a month, and there isn't any sort of like weird stuff growing on it that I can see. And it smells great. Smells great. It's almost like the dry leaf smells like caramel to me. Yeah, like caramel, straight up caramel. While it was drying in the kitchen, it smelled like figs, basically. It smelled like figs. But when I put the dry leaf to my nose, I'm definitely getting caramel for sure. The taste is a little different. My main concern was, I know that she sprays weed killer around the yard. She doesn't spray it on the leaves or anything like that, but I know that there's weed killer being used. I knowing her, I'm sure it's like some type of organic, safe weed killer stuff. Next time I'm over there, I'm gonna take a look and see what it is. But that kind of gave me some pause. Um, but I figured, what the heck, let's try it. So this cold brew is a bit overbrewed, as you can tell from the amount of leaf I put in here. And so there's a tiny, tiny bit of bitterness, but it's really sweet though. Very much, very much very much a fruit sweetness, but I can't pinpoint what fruit it is. Maybe it's a little bit of a fig, but it may just be my brain doing that to me. I don't know if it's fig at all, but it's not necessarily a sugar sweetness, but it's definitely very sweet. All right, so I'm gonna get this glass warmed up and stick my nose in this thing and just see what aromas come out. Because like I said, while this thing was trying, oh, it smelled heavenly. Every time I walked into the kitchen, I was just hit with this, you know? So really, really curious to see what happens here. Get it warmed up, warmed up, warmed up, warmed up. All right. And I have no clue how much to drop in here. I'm gonna put that much. I have a feeling that it may be in my best interest to start playing around with processing this, because I have a feeling that maybe if I let it wither and then sun dry and then roll it, I'll get even more aroma out of it, and maybe even get a little bit of oxidation too. Oh, caramel. It's like flan. That's crazy. I mean, straight up caramel, straight up flan. And I don't necessarily even like flan, but it's like cooked milk. Very sugar sweet. Very, very sugar sweet. That's crazy that a leaf can smell like that. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, so I am curious if I can dial up that aroma. And I imagine that if I let it oxidize a little bit, the aroma might actually change some as well. But I'll tell you, so far, you know, when you talk about the medicinal value of drinking or eating these different herbs and stuff like that, there is also something to be said for aromatherapy as well. You know, at the end of the day, when I was talking about walking into the kitchen and just being hit with this strong aroma, I mean, that is literally molecules coming off of the leaves, filling the air, and those molecules are going in your nose, into your bloodstream. It's touching areas of the brain. So, like, there's something to be said about that as well. There are, I'm sure, some herbs that are best taken, or at least some medicinal recipes call for inhaling the vapors from different herbs. It's been known for a very long time that in cases of like if you have a cold or something like that, it's best to like put your head over a boiling bowl of water, and typically you'll put different types of things in the water or whatever. So I that part of herbology I have not touched on, but I'll be very interested to see those differences. I know that like lavender aromatherapy is supposed to be very calming, right? I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but even the lavender, I don't necessarily know if the aroma is the calming mechanism or if it's the lavender oil that has the calming. Either way, I do have some lavender oil that I use, particularly on a plane. And I'm gonna give you this tip because I haven't seen anyone else do it. And anytime that anyone sees me doing it, they're always like, "Oh wow, that's a." So what you do is you get some essential oil, okay? And once you board the plane, it's very important because essential oil doesn't last forever. You don't want to just keep applying it. You board the plane, and right before takeoff, you take some essential oil and you put it right here on your top lip. You can put it on your nose, right? And what's going to happen is when you get in the air and those airplane toots start going off, you won't be as affected by it. Matter of fact, I have gone whole airplane rides without smelling one airplane toot. And I've also noticed when the essential oils have worn off as well, because all of a sudden I will just get this waft of what is basically fecal matter in the air, and it's just like, that's the one thing that, for me anyway, is an annoyance about taking plane rides. I'm gonna be on a plane in a couple weeks too, and I'm definitely gonna bring my essential oils with me. Okay, so now the caramel is completely gone. There's maybe a whiff of cooked milk sort of on the back end, but now it's just kind of a wet leaf. I will say it is beautiful. I mean, there is when people talk about like the joy and the satisfaction of having produce and things that is homegrown, it's just no question. The stuff that I bought in Ecuador, those leaves were not as vibrant green. I don't know how they were processed, but it looks like they were just dried. But these leaves are beautiful, because who knows how long those dry leaves have been sitting, right? Whereas these, like I said, are no more than a month fresh from the tree. So again, like I said, this is definitely something that I plan on keeping as part of my diet. I trying to remember, I did eat them once a long time ago, but I haven't really cooked with fig leaf yet. I did look up a recipe, so I have it in my mind to do, and I think the recipe was for lamb, and so it's just as simple as cooking the lamb and then wrapping it in the fig leaf and then just eating it like that. But yeah, but really good. I'm not gonna go into all the scientific stuff on this video because I've already made a video about all that stuff, so I'll maybe do a link or something. Okay, the hot brew, not sweet at all. Very much a very much a typical herby flavor. I don't know how else to describe it. It tastes like almost every herb I think I've ever had. See that pretty green color though? And I think the cold brew is as green. After I finish this one, I'm gonna pour some of the cold brew in the glass and see if there's a huge difference in color. But it doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste bad. I feel like maybe it's the heat, but maybe my tongue is a bit numb. Again, I'm a bit concerned about the chemicals, but honestly, like, when you think about everything else that you consume and the stuff that you know for sure has chemicals in it, like if you're buying something unorganic, then you know for sure, no question, that it has chemicals. So, I ought not to be too concerned about this one, being that I saw the chemicals and applied them myself, And I know for sure she doesn't spray the leaves at all. She has no reason to. Like I said, like when you talk about abundance, my goodness, she has a mulberry tree that just like, that was my first time seeing a mulberry tree. And the berries are growing on every part other than the trunk, of course, of this tree. And the branches like lean all the way down, and if you allow them, they'll go across the ground, and all over every branch there's just mulberries. And I ate as many mulberries as I was able to while I was there, and it just constantly produces. And so the fig leaves are the same thing, and you have to prune them. That's the thing. So it's not like just one fig tree can produce more than enough fig leaf for one person, if not multiple people. And it's something that you have to do. And if you're not eating the fig leaves, if you're not making the tea, then like you're just putting them in the fire basically, or mulching or something. So I definitely plan on growing a fig tree. My aunt, I'm looking out the window, I'm looking at my aunt's fig tree next door, and somebody cut it down years ago, but it's growing back is the crazy part. But when I was a kid, that fig tree was large enough for me to climb in, and I remember eating so many figs one day that I got sick, and then never touched a fig again until I was in my 20s. Because I guess in my mind, I just had this linkage with figs and being ill. And so anytime I saw a fig, I just wanted nothing to do with it. And it wasn't until I was in my probably mid to late 20s that I saw a fig one day, and I knew, I was old enough to realize, like, okay, obviously that was a traumatic thing. And so I just took a bite of a fig, and I was like, it's not bad. I think I like figs. But even now, I don't buy figs, honestly. I can't tell you the last time I bought a fig. But if I see them and they're available, I'll eat them, But yeah, so I like this. It's not bad. I'm not gonna finish this first infusion because it's just a lot, and I think that says something too about how I feel about the taste of this. Like I said, it's not bad, but it's not necessarily anything that I will opine for. You know what I mean? But I know. Look at that color. It's as dark, if not darker, than the hot brew, and so that tells me that I'm probably getting quite a bit out of this cold brew, as far as the polyphenols and whatnot. And having tasted the hot brew, this cold brew is very, very close to the hot brew as far as flavor goes. I'm sure my taste buds have been biased, but yeah, it's very similar. So yeah, that's it. I'm not going to. I'm gonna drink all of this for sure. I'm definitely gonna drink all of the cold brew, the hot brew. Just because it's so hot right now, it's difficult to drink hot beverages. But I'm gonna really make it a. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some boiling water on top, and then just let it sit and have a forgotten brew of fig leaf tea. Yeah, primarily because I know of the great health benefits for this one, especially for me. And so even though it is not the tastiest thing, I know that it's good for me. It doesn't taste bad, you know. Um, and because of the conversation today concerning this fig leaf, I'm going to also really start to dive into aromatherapy and the benefits and the different ingredients and things that are available for that, because I think that there can be some healing in smell, and not just, you know, something you do because it smells nice. You know what I'm saying? I think that you can actually get some health benefits from smell. From me to you, I'll holler.